Right now, Los Angeles is on fire. And before we get into what's going on here, I want to state that I am okay. A lot of people have been asking me to check in, and I am currently fine. But the fire has gotten very close and it's very destructive. Again, you guys have probably heard about this on the news right now, but I've never lived so close to a fire before. And there are so many people living in this area that is affected. Now, looking at reports and from what I've seen around, it seems like a lot of the fire was really picking up in the Palisades, which is where a lot of celebrities live. It's closer to Santa Monica and the ocean, but a fire started to pop up in West Hollywood, and then yesterday it really started to pick up at night.
The red flag warnings have been extended now as 4 fires continue to burn across LA County.
The Sunset Fire is the smallest after it forced evacuations in the Hollywood Hills last night. The Hearst Fire in Sylmar has burnt over 800 acres. And then we have the deadly Eden Fire in Altadena, which has destroyed more than 900 structures.
Now I'll just give you guys like a little bit of a timeline of like what I noticed, because I was at the gym. Well, actually, first off, I noticed it was really smoky. And then I went to the gym, and as I was working out, there was talks about Sunset being shut down. The gym I go to is off Sunset, not too far from where the first fire was. And there was a fire actually right behind a RuPaul billboard, like a RuPaul's Drag Race billboard. And there was a fire, and they were talking about this hotel being on fire. And I'll try to put up some pictures, but essentially this shut down West Hollywood and Hollywood. And at first, this was kind of like the start of a fire, the first fire I'd heard of. And it seems like we were okay until late last night. There was a fire that started at Runyon. Now, this is typically what Runyon looks like. It's a popular hike right in the middle of Hollywood, and I go there several times a month, and I love going on this hike, but I don't know if I'll be able to go anymore because look at what we're working with. It was a blaze last night, and it was super scary. Actually, one of my friends, Sebastian Soto, he had to evacuate. I was probably about a mile and a half from the evacuation zone, which still was scary. I had friends who lived even further away that were evacuating, but I hadn't gotten the warning. I downloaded the Watch Duty app, and I was trying to pay attention, but these were super scary sights to see. And I took some video footage as well that I'll put in this video so you guys can see how quickly it was growing and all of the people who were so close to it to just watch it catch flame. But before that Runyon fire, I noticed that there was just so much traffic, so many firefighters out just taking over the streets. Here's a clip I took on my phone of the chaos. So I knew something was up, and the winds have been wild as well. So I typically like to sleep with like my windows open, get a nice little breeze, but I had to close those because the air quality has gotten so bad here in LA, and my heart breaks for all those people who have had to evacuate. My heart goes out to Sebastian and his dogs and having to get out of there. That's such a horrific scene to even imagine. So I feel for everyone here in LA, and I see the community working together. So that's at least nice. But looking at celebrities right now, they are struggling. Leighton Meister, Adam Brody, Anna Faris. I mean, I know there was a fire in Studio City, and I think maybe some apartments were affected there, but I think a lot of the damage has been done to houses. It looks like, wow, Leighton Meister and Adam, so it looks like they lost their home, which look how bad this all looks. Anna Faris's home flattened. See, it shows that nobody's safe, and I have to admit, I have seen some conspiracies going around. I don't know if those are, I feel like that's not the time right now. Like, it's not the time to talk about conspiracies. I mean, Spencer Pratt and Heidi had lost their home, and I've seen her crying on TikTok and being super emotional with her kids, which
really just comes in waves, but I just want to go home. I just want to see all my stuff and sit on my couch and just really want to go home. I'm so homesick.
I would be as well. You work so hard for these places, and insurance companies out here, they'll try to screw people, but it looks like celebrities in this area include Tom Hanks, Rita Wilson, Reese Witherspoon, Adam Sandler, a lot of people. Paris Hilton's mansion in Malibu. So it's not just Malibu, actually. A restaurant I went to called Moonflower had reportedly burned down. That was a restaurant I went to with my mom. So Malibu and the Palisades are kind of like, they're connected, but they're not one. And then we've got fires that are, I actually don't even know where the city is.
Yeah, we are over the Palisades fire. This would be the northern edge of the fire. So what we're going to do is tilt up and show you. As we tilt up with the camera and we follow the fire line there, that's Malibu up on the top of your screen there. It burned through the Palisades up towards that Malibu area. Now, it's laid down pretty nicely, but they lost a lot of homes down in that area. We're showing you the area now as we come back down that is actually up in the Santa Monica Mountains, and that's still ablaze right here, and it's creeping to the east. There's Palisades. Let's go to the satellite view, and they lost so many homes down in there. It just went right through this area, right down this canyon.
Okay, so here's the fire map. So I'm actually currently in this warning zone. This is where the Runyon fire was. This is where the Palisades fire is, where all those celebrities live. And then it just goes up to, I believe this is Malibu right in here. So there's also a fire over in this area. Geez, like California is just burning away. It is so scary. But again, to see how like central, this is very central, all of the city. And then there is some part that has brush, and that's where this fire took place. The first fire that I was speaking about took place right around here near the chateau, right around here. Yeah, like La Cienega is right here actually. And then this is the second fire that really got everyone scared and got everyone evacuating last night. So yeah, Paris Hilton, my heart goes out to you as well. One of her houses, I'm sure she's got several houses, but that's still so devastating to have that burned down, just to go back to it and imagine it not being there. And like I mentioned, Studio City was really on fire last night. This like seems to have happened after the flames went down in Runyon, and like look at buildings literally collapsing on the news. That is so scary. That's like morbid. At this point, that's like hell on earth. Oh my god, it makes my heart break. Imagine like the kids that used to play on this and now it's just melted away. Which, okay, I know I wasn't going to get into conspiracy theories, but I did see on my Citizen app, which I pay for. Citizen is an app for like crime and things like that, that people were like purposely causing fires. So there's definitely a problem here mental health wise, because why are there people on the streets causing fires when we have the fire staff, like, you know, they're short staffed trying to keep all of this at bay. So if you're in California, it's a really scary place to be right now, and please try to pay attention to the news. I've been using that Watch Duty website to go and track to see what the warnings are at my location, but definitely be vigilant. I've never lived in an area where it's had this kind of weather, and it was really scary because even walking down the street, I mean, not only do you have the air quality, but the wind is so strong. There are pieces of palm trees that fall down to the ground, that fly at you, trash that is flying at you. It's not safe at all. So I am going to keep myself buckled down and paying attention to the news for now to make sure that nothing near me is catching on flame. But it is a super scary situation to be in. And actually, I have a new project that's coming out that I've told you guys about for a while, and I was possibly going to go and do something that would ultimately release it like tomorrow, but I don't know if that's going to happen now because of the fires. So you know, I can't even imagine traffic right now leaving Los Angeles. It's pretty scary to think about, because I saw last night everyone was trying to get out, which I can't even imagine, like losing the space. Like, I guess I'm grabbing these three things, my camera and my mic, and then I'm headed out the door. But you know, all jokes aside, I am so grateful that I haven't had to evacuate yet and nothing has been burnt down, but I'm, you know, staying optimistic, but at the same time, like humble, because this stuff can spread very quickly. I saw like the Runyon fires were spreading to the palm trees, and that the palm trees were lighting on fire. And if those start spreading to houses, I don't know if they have the manpower to keep it all like under control. I mean, right now it seems like it's still going on. So if you guys have been affected, comment below. What are you doing? I know there are tons of resources out there. So please go and take care of yourselves. Make sure you go and check on your friends and your neighbor. And I'm sending so much love to all those people that have lost their homes or are affected. This is unreal. what a crazy start to 2025. But thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you in Blinded and Breakdown, which will be coming out right after this. I am posting like 3 times today, so sorry, but you know what, giving you guys that extra content, and I wanted to check in because so many people were concerned. So thank you, and for now I'm okay. Bye guys.